Hello and welcome to Heavy Metal Rex. My name is Wace, and yes, everyone, I am still alive, and no, I have not quit YouTube. But there are some changes that I'm more than willing to let you guys know about. Now, if you look behind me, this is actually where my desk used to be, where I used to record all my videos downstairs. It has been some time since I posted a video, I think 47 days, almost 50 days, which is quite a long time. But obviously, I can no longer record down here. And if I continue to walk, you'll actually see that most of my basement is actually empty. Some of you guys actually know I have shown off things like my TV, my workout area, and everything like that. Everything is gone. Now, it has been a challenging year for me. It's one of the reasons why I haven't really been recording in the last almost 2 months now. We're selling the house. Obviously, that is a big change that's happening that would derail pretty much anything else that's going on in your life. Unfortunately, I have another change. Starting this Friday, I actually won't be working at Ecotech anymore as well, which kind of sucks, but in a way, I gave it a shot, and I don't think I was good enough to do what it is that needed to be done there. There's a couple of other things going on that I kind of don't really want to discuss, but life is changing pretty drastically, and there's really not a whole lot I can do about it other than just work through it. About the same time last year, around June, I lost my job then as well, and let's say it's kind of been downhill since. A lot of the things that I wanted to do for YouTube either got put on the back burner or just didn't happen. As like you guys know, I actually wanted to go to Grid Life, I wanted to go racing, I wanted to do all that stuff. None of that happened. I couldn't secure proper sponsors, I didn't get any of the parts, and I was like, you know what, I almost kind of just threw my hands up and just said, you know what, it's just not gonna happen this year. And then with everything else that's been going on, it made sense why it didn't. I definitely try to keep my eye out for coincidences. The universe has a way of telling you what you need to do and where to go, and let me tell you, I got a lot of signs this last few months. But that's kind of what's going on with me. I definitely plan to have another live stream soon so we can sit down and talk about this in a little more detail. I know people have been reaching out and actually asking me, which I have to say, I am genuinely amazed that people, and I don't call people strangers, but just like people who just know me from the internet actually been reaching out to find out what the hell's going on. I even had a couple of companies asking me like, hey, you haven't made any videos in a while, everything okay? Because last year when I did that, I wasn't okay, and I'm not okay this year either, but that's just something I have to work through. That said, there have been some changes with the car. I have tried to do at least something. You guys know that I almost hit a deer last year, and I broke my Sparco Terras. I actually ended up selling them to somebody, and they also bought the bumper bar that I had that was painted cherry blossom red, so that's gone. The car is actually fun to drive now. It's been a while since I've actually been able to drive it properly, and I may have made some mistakes that actually broke some things on the car. So let me flip this around. I'm actually going to change cameras, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, before I get too deep into this, there's a couple of people I have to thank. Number one, Joey Montalto. I don't know if you guys follow his channel, but you definitely need to, okay? Because he is a phenomenal guy. Multiple times, he's actually helped me try to get a job at his company because obviously now I need to find another job. So, and outside of that, last year, if you remember for Subiefest, I actually stopped by before I went to Florida to North Carolina, and I hung out with him and helped him with his exhaust and all that stuff, which was actually a great experience. I wish that there was more people around me that I could do that with, but that's just how that is. So all that stuff aside, there is a lot more stuff that I have done with the car, but there's, like I told you guys, I did break my Sparco Terras. I ended up having to replace those, or at least I sold them. And if you look behind me, I got these new wheels from Cobb, who, again, also I have to say thank you to, because I saw these wheels last year. Actually, they showed me the prototype of these when I went down for my Cobb video, when I went down to their shop down in Austin, which again was such a fantastic experience, and I can't wait to go back. So they sent me these set of wheels, and I've been holding on to them for like a good amount of time because I still had the snow tires, which you definitely shouldn't be running snow tires at 90-degree weather because one of them ended up popping, it was my fault. It was a stupid mistake. I just was neglecting the car because I just wasn't feeling like doing anything to it. And I gotta say another thank you to Jordan, he's actually been in a few videos. We put the STI wing on his car, the Killer Bee catch can system on his car. I put the side skirts, the airflow side skirts on his car as well.
He actually, first of all, when my tire popped, I didn't have a spare, so he actually came out and gave me one of his spare tires, which I actually need to get back to him. And he gave me his stock suspension so I could get off the lift kit. So if you guys remember, I was actually lifted last year, so I had the Cobb 1.5-inch lift kit, and I needed suspension to because I couldn't find coilovers and I didn't really have money for coilovers at the time. He actually gave me his stock suspension, and so that's what's on the car. So now I've got my old cum hose, Kumho, however the hell you want to call it, okay? I got those tires back on. I've got the Cobb STO ones, which I love, love, love these wheels. And I actually did ceramic coat them, so they're ready to go. And I got the suspension on, I got the alignment, everything is great. And the car, you know what? I'm loving driving the car. It's like the only positive thing I have in my life right now is just when I get in this car and I go. I did make another addition, which those of you who have been watching on my Instagram or my Facebook stories, I actually finally put a subwoofer in the car. I've been wanting to do that for such a long time. I actually had my old kicker amp from back when I had my subwoofer in my RX-8, and for 15 years I actually just kept it. And I basically recreated the setup. Now, I did have a sealed box. This time I actually went with a ported box. I'll show you, obviously there's clips of this playing as I'm talking so you guys can actually see what it is that I'm referring to. I did have an issue where my serpentine belt popped off. That was a problem. I actually ended up having to replace that myself. That was an experience. There was a huge boost leak, which, you know what? I think I still have the, it might be here. Is it here? No, okay. I guess I took it out and threw it away. I thought I kept the hose. I actually had one of the OEM Subaru hoses split and caused massive boost leak, crazy ass noises. So that had to be resolved, which is nice because we actually have a few FA24 parts at the shop now. And that's really about it. You know, I haven't really known what to do this whole time because, like I said, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going to work. Now, the nice thing about, I will say a big thank you to Misha for allowing me to at least try this. It was worth a try, and trying to turn a hobby into, a passion into a career was very difficult. It really was difficult. And, he's still gonna allow me to come by and use the shop, whenever I can. So at least that's a nice consolation prize. So probably gonna end up going back to IT, just so I can have more freedom, days off, or days off, but like work from home days and things like that, because that was a pretty big boon for my old job. I'm hoping, the goal is that the car is going to be at a point where I can at least start doing vehicular acceleration testing videos again. There's not going to be a whole lot of installation videos. I know I'm actually going to go over to my buddy Joseph's house, and we're going to do my 60K, so that's like the cabin filter. I need to do brakes, spark plugs, transmission fluid, differential fluid. Already changed the oil, so the oil is fine. And I actually need to get another filter, air filter, the intake filter from Perrin, who, by the way, I gotta say, I'll love him to death. Here's the situation I have with the suspension, yeah. So Perrin actually has the strut bar, and they have very specific nuts that go on the strut bar. So what ended up happening was those nuts were, I guess, a little too tight, whatever. And as I was turning them, they were pulling the studs out of the Cobb lift kit. So I was like, okay, no problem. Just take all these out, and then it's not a big deal. I'll just get new nuts from them. And Jeff was, as always, such a fantastic human being. He actually sent me new nuts to go on there. But what ended up happening is when I took the car to the shop, one of the nuts actually, I'll admit, I kind of rounded it a bit, so it got stuck. And one of my coworkers ended up helping me fix that, which was a big thank you to that person. And it was so stupid because that's where I was stuck at this whole time. And once that was off, I was able to take care of the whole suspension. That was really easy to do. And of course, I haven't had an alignment since last year after my rallycross incident, which a buddy of mine used to work at Subaru, and he was helping me with alignments, and once he left, it was like, well, where do I go for alignments or whatever? So a wonderful person from the community, he actually works at a great place here and does phenomenal alignment work for our friends all around the car community, and so he was able to take care of the car, and now everything is driving great. I love going around corners, I love sliding all over the place. Well, it doesn't slide, but you know what I mean. It's just fun to drive now. All that said, what's happening in the future? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I don't know the place that I'm going to be living, if it's going to have a garage. I don't really know. I've had a lot of people who have offered their garages to me, which is very generous. All my stuff is in storage locker right now, so I can't even really do anything. So I want to start doing these videos again because there's actually been quite a lot of news, and I just haven't really been covering it because I don't have anywhere to do it. But I have mentioned to you guys that I am coming to Subiefest and in California, and I know that Aeroflow did post that on Instagram that I was gonna give out trophies with them. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to, and I've already talked about this, I'm not gonna be able to do that with them. However, I am still coming to Subiefest, California, but things have changed in this crazy turn of events. I am actually now going to be an event manager for Subiefest, California, which is mind-blowing to me that all of this stuff that I've been doing the last 2 years, last 3 years or whatever, has somehow landed me in a position where not only am I going to be able to serve my community, I will be in charge of making sure that you guys do have a good time and everything goes smoothly. I'll be working with a good buddy of mine, actually a bunch of good buddies of mine who already work this event, who I love seeing every time I go to Subiefest. And now I actually get to see them and help them behind the scenes, and I'm incredibly excited to do that. So if you were hoping to catch me at Subiefest, California, you still will. I will have actual uniform and I will be working, but I will definitely make time to take pictures with you guys, talk to you guys, answer any questions as I can, when I can. This is, I don't even know how the hell I got to this point, because like sometimes I think, you know, that my life is going off the rails, and then randomly I remember, like, hold on, part of my life is actually pretty damn baller that I'm able to do this. So I'm genuinely excited to do this, like really, really am. I'm excited to come back to California. I know this time it's actually gonna be a little bit later, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. or 2 p.m. to 9 or 10, I guess, or whatever. So at least we're not like sweating and dying in the heat like we were last time. So look out for that. I'm still coming, and as time gets closer, I will post tons of shorts about this and kind of get everybody ready, because I know sometimes people say when I come to Subiefest that they didn't even know I was coming. And again, I really, really hope that this word comes out this time so you don't get a chance, or I don't get a chance to miss you guys and take pictures and talk and all. So that's everything that's been going on. It's been a ton of stuff. You know, when I finally sit down for a live stream, I'd be more than happy to answer questions and talk to people as much as I can. But until then, bear with me. I'm slowly getting things back together again. I just don't know how much more time I need, but I really appreciate you guys sticking around. People ask me questions, make sure I'm okay. And as usual, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.